Hey guys, Jeff aka GCurse here with a gaming react video. This is going to be exclusive to my gaming channel, but yeah, so I just want to let that know that this is not going on my primary channel, it's going on my gaming channel. What you're about to watch is my react to the God of War Laufey announcement trailer. I think that's what it was. I think it was announcement trailer. Yeah, announcement trailer. And I just want to give you my thoughts about it. Before I start, I just want to say I am aware of how highly contested this game is, how people are not happy with it. As a writer, I look at this game as a logical evolution of the series. They're saying it makes no sense to have Faye as a character. It makes no sense. You know, I actually feel that it is fair to have her in the game. That she was the driving role for Kratos and Atreus's journey in God of War 2018. She was in God of War Ragnarok in memory segments. It isn't like she was just, mentioned once in God of War 2018 and all of a sudden they just dropped her in this game. No, they actually built up to this. And the issue I personally believe that people have with this game is that they just cannot accept that things need to change. I'm not saying totally get rid of Kratos, but it's okay to spin off a series. And that's what they're doing with this. They've even said that this is not going to be permanent. This is just like a side story, which you should be fine with that. They're not getting rid of Kratos. I love Kratos. Kratos is a badass. But as a writer, I understand that you have to evolve. You have to evolve. I listen to people on YouTube basically say that every game should just be Kratos, that he wasn't violent enough in 2018 and in Ragnarok. The guy has a kid at this point. What would you expect him to do? Literally just kill and brutalize and fuck people in front of his kid? What the fuck is wrong with you? But yeah, so I just wanted to give you my thoughts, about the announcement trailer. So here we go. Let's get to that video, shall we? Okay, before I start the react, I'm going to watch the video first, and then once it's done, I will give you my thoughts because I just want to kind of take in the entire video itself. The video itself is not that long. It's like, I think it's like 30 seconds. Let's see here. Yeah, it's about 30 seconds. So yeah, so let's get it on, shall we? So 3, 2, 1.
Afterlife of the gods.
Gateway is closed. There is no escape.
That sword is more than you think it is.
Faye, you need to accept it. All of it. You're dead.
I have to find a way back.
PlayStation.
Okay, so that was that. Here, let's go back to here. Okay, so looking at this scene here, I don't think that from this perspective, I don't think it was in God of War 2018. I do remember that they did light her body on fire, to gather her ashes and everything. However, I don't think it was done from this perspective. I think the perspective was from behind Kratos and Atreus. So this may be a whole new scene here for this game. And if that's true, we may start seeing, they may have other scenes or other memories basically of uh Faye, remembering Kratos and her child. What I would really like to see in this upcoming game is a lot of memories. I would like to see a family dynamic here. I would like to see, especially during this period of time, how did Faye's treatment of Atreus differ from the treatment that Kratos gave Atreus at this specific time? Because we all know in God of War 2018, Kratos, he was pretty strict with his kid. He's pretty strict. You can even say he was a little bit harsh. How did how did like that contrast with Faye and Atreus? By the end of Ragnarok, Kratos, he softened up a lot, I think what it was for Kratos was I think ultimately what it was he was so let's see, what's the best way I could put it? He was so dedicated to being a soldier for Sparta that I don't think he took that much time to really appreciate what he had back then. Yeah, he loved them, but he didn't have, I don't think he had all those bonds and everything. Whereas Kratos in Norse mythology, he's more tempered. He's more calm, I guess you could say. But the a little bit of remnants of Sparta Kratos still lingers, especially in the 2018. He was, there's still sparks of Sparta Kratos. But yeah, so what I'm hoping is, like I said, a lot of memories and that sort of stuff. Let's see here, up next. I do have to say the game looks nice. The game looks nice, but then again, a video game should look nice. That's kind of a given. Let's see here. Okay, now I may be wrong. I don't know that much about other cultures, gods and stuff. But looking at the one on the far right, it looks like this could be Egyptian due to the headdress or the snake on top of the head. I'm not sure about the other. I think well, there's the one in the red in the middle, and I think that this is a person that's on the extreme left with the golden mask. It looks like. Let's see here. Do they actually move? Hold on. Let's see. That person on the left. Do they?
There is no escape.
It looks like it could be a person, but I do, like I said, I think that the one on the far right is Egyptian. I'm not sure what the one on the middle is, and I don't know what the one on the left is. I do have to say that they kind of look nice, although the one in the middle is kind of giving off Predator vibes with the mandibles on the mouth and everything. Okay. Let's see here. I'm trying to find that scene where she is. Okay, hold on. Let's go back here. I'm trying to find that scene where she first wakes up in the afterlife. Let's see here. There. I've been hearing a lot of discourse regarding this individual's looks, the looks of Faye here, and to me, here's how I look at it. I don't view it as, developers embracing DEI. I do acknowledge and admit that that does happen, but I don't think in this case, I don't think that is the issue. But they said that she looks kind of weathered and kind of beat down and everything. And the way I look at it in a way that she apparently she's a goddess. I thought she was just a giant or whatever, but she may be a goddess. The thing is, you got to remember, she fought battles. She fought wars, if I understood correctly. She was a mother. She went through a lot of shit before she died. That takes a toll on the body. I would not expect somebody who's fought wars, who fought against Aesir gods. If I remember correctly, the giants. The giants were on the fucking run from Odin and his group. Being under stress has a physical impact on the body. I kind of linking it to, if that's the right word, Lincoln. I kind of link it to how when a person becomes a Sith in Star Wars, how their body slowly over time becomes, deteriorated. It's because their body is channeling a lot of hatred and everything. It's kind of like that same principle, I guess you could say, but with stress. you're not gonna if you have gone through the shit that Faye has gone through, the death of her people and everything, it's gonna have a physical impact on you. So that in the context of the story, the overall arching story of God of War 2018, God of War God of War of Ragnarok, it kind of makes sense that she would look a little bit weathered, I guess you could say. Let's see. It's nice to know that this is still done by, well, of course it's going to be first party. It is their game. Let's see here. What else is there? I kind of like the idea that this sword may be the equivalent of the Blades of Chaos for Kratos. Especially in the God of War series, you need to have a weapon that kind of defines who you are. And it looks like this sword may be that example. The combat here, let's actually go back here. Let's play it.
It's more than you think it is.
Faye, you need to accept it. All of it. You're
Okay, so it looks like, especially when they had the warning indicator. I'm not. Let's see if I can.
It's more than you think it is.
Crap! I missed it. There was a warning indicator on the enemy, so it looks like that they're still going to be using possibly the interface system that was in God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok, which is fine with me. If it's not broke, don't fix it. There's nothing wrong with that. Looks like that they're gonna have her being a very combat type person, so I like that also. It isn't something like, and I'm not saying this as a dig or anything, because I actually love the game. It kind of reminds me of the character, oh god, I think her name was Ashley, from Resident Evil Requiem, where basically she was kind of shy and timid. They're not going to be doing that with Faye. It looks like she's just going to be a fighter, kind of like how Kratos was, and I like that. I like that. I don't mind people being shy and timid, but if you're a god, you don't need to be like that.
Faye, you need to accept it. All of it. You're dead.
I have to find a way back.
And that is something I actually, was hoping, was that this was going to turn into a story of her getting back, back to her family. And people say, well, they cremated her body. She's ash. She's gone. How many times was Kratos gone? It's a video game. This is the one thing that drives me nuts, when people be like, well, I'm glad Kratos came back. He came back from death. But because of it's a different person, it's like, no, she can't come back. It's a fucking video game. Drop reality out the window. When was the last time you saw a guy, pale white, running around with two blades, fucking hacking and slashing, jumping 10 feet up into the air, taking down tight? It's a fantasy. It's a video game. Get over it. So yeah, I'm actually liking the fact that the game may end up with her getting back to her family. If not, it could be a good continuation. But yeah, so let's see here. I'll just what would be, okay, I'll just leave it there. But yeah, overall, I like the trailer. I can't wait to see what else they come up with. I'm not expecting this to come out for a year, maybe 2 years, but it's just nice to know that they have something in the pipelines. And yeah, so that's about it. Peace. See ya.